I don't know. Is it giving triggering, toxic, embarrassed? I don't know. What is it giving you? What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, lifestyle coach, and we are reviewing Ready to Love Chocolate City, episode 11, Reasons, Seasons, or a Lifetime. I'm in a different space because we just got off the live. If you was there, I want to say thank you for participating, for viewing, for coming on screen and not being afraid to give your opinion. You know I fucks with y'all. You know I rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying. I feel a little like off camera, off tilt, off something, off centered, but we gon' go with it. Okay, so let me start off by saying if you missed this week's live, it's heavy participation. I welcome you onto the screen. We are doing it in the 12 o'clock hour every Sunday, whether it's Ready to Love or not. I miss conversing with you. I miss seeing your faces, because if you get on screen, I want to see your face. You know, I'm just saying, so come through on Sundays in the 12 o'clock hour. I'm going to start posting it a day ahead as a reminder. So the days that don't have a reminder mean I'm not coming. Anyway, let's go. So we open up at the ladies lounge per usual, and Tommy's like, it's time to do family introductions. The ladies are introducing the fellas to their families. Tell me how you feel about when your family is getting ready to be introduced to your new boo. You be nervous? You be like Aisha? Because, like, my family is hard. Do you be feeling like that? Listen, my family are jokesters for the most part. Everybody's going to be kind and going to receive the people well. It's my friends. Anyway, so we start off and we see Sydney introducing her parents to Phil. Now, if Miss Gabby is not the spitting image, or Sydney is not the spitting image of Miss Gabby, her mother, so it's her mother and her father and the two dogs, okay? She is very much so graceful, feminine energy, ladylike. She gives me that same vibe that we get from Sydney. At the same time, Aisha is introducing Dante to her mother and her brother, and if her and her brother are not twins, then my God, that dad has some strong genes, because you can see the mother in them. But I mean, I really feel like that dad is like powerful in them genes, because they look like almost like twins. You know, Sydney tries to be like, hey mom, don't be too harsh on him or whatever, but Phil comes into the door. He has roses. Some white ones for the mother, some red ones for Sydney, and then later we found out some bourbon for the dad. And so I'm just like, oh, he's putting it on heavy. He's putting it on thick for this family. Prior to him getting there, Sydney was like, Mom, please don't go too hard. She was like, don't tell me what to do. And don't shh me, okay? Because listen, that's what mamas do. You invited me here to meet this man. I'm going to do my job as your mother. I am. At one point, you know, she asked him what his intentions are, because if you want to play games, this ain't it. Not with my daughter. She deserves the best. She deserves a good man, okay? Like, I hear the song in the background, Neo, playing in my head, but can't think of the tune right now. But that's what I want to sing, if y'all know the song. And she starts crying. I mean, if you've been hurt and you have not processed it very well, it comes up to the surface. Like, this is why I've been playing. This is why I had originally said with Dante in them jump balls that I'm enjoying being single. Like, you can see that she's hurt, and I know a lot of us women, men too, can relate to not wanting to get into something for fear of being hurt. But I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Don't let past hurt ruin what you could possibly have in the future. You know, heal, do the work. Phil says to us in his confessional that he's leaning towards Sydney, like he's got a Jones for her. In the live, somebody said very lustful, very sexual energy. I would agree. And can that be sustained without any substance? Because you could tell when she went outside to tell him goodbye, honey, and she hugged on him or whatever, you know, she had that jacket off. Like, she was like, yes, I need you I need some skin-to-skin contact. Oh, I do want to say that Miss Gabby played no games. She said what? How are your finances? What does your savings look like? She really meant his retirement. Like, what does your bank account look like? Are you going to be able to sustain yourself if y'all get married and then retire? Or is she going to be taking care of you? Like, that was the question. And I was like, you know, they liked him. She said he had a kind face. Okay, Mom, I don't know what that really means, but I mean a warm face. But, you know, she was like, I'm still feeling Frank, you know, so he has to be careful. But let's just hold on, because I did the live first, and so I got all these thoughts running through my mind. With Aisha and Dante brings flowers for the mom, which is a great gesture. I did like that Phil did it for both the mom and his potential boo, wannabe boo, the girl he dating. That was pretty dope, because one didn't feel left out, but Aisha didn't feel left out. She was like, check point, brownie point, all the points for, you know, thinking and considering my mom. The mother said, you know, we meet people for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. Which is it? And he said, I feel like it's going to be a lifetime. I feel like that's the direction that we're headed. You know, that they are vibing and they're having great conversations. You know, I mean, you could totally, I mean, y'all could be mad at him for saying he don't know her that well, but y'all could be mad if you want to and look sideways if you want to. Because there has been a time in your life that you looked at someone you was dating and was like, I could vibe with them for a long time. I could vibe with them for a very, very long time. So, yeah, like, anybody, act like you don't. Like, and it's true, I could see, like, these things about her could fit into my life and I could fit into hers, is what I felt. And if we continue to grow, which I think is part of what he said, then it could last. Like, I liked it. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comments how you felt about the lifetime comment. And then they liked him. The brother liked him. The mama liked him. Okay, the family was like, he seemed and appeared genuine. And this is the couple that I have the most hope for. They do seem genuine to me. They do seem like maybe, just maybe, quite possibly, they're going to work. Like, I don't know. I know y'all said there's no real matches, but I really think that they have a connection, that they are like really vibing. Y'all tell me down below in the comments how you feel about Dante and Dante and Aisha. Are they gonna make it? Do you think that this is only for right now, and then when the reunion comes, it ain't gonna be no more? You don't think? What you think? I like them. I'm rooting for them. But what we've seen is that the matches that have stayed together were not matches that were made on the show. Then we see Mumin and Frank. And Mumin introduces Frank to her dad, her favorite uncle, and her older sister, her big sister. Now, I had got this wrong on the live, honey, and Elodie was like, no, that's not right. Because, and Miss Norma J confirmed that Mumin is Cameroonian. And Frank is Guyanese, Lord help me, Ghanaian. Guyanese is a whole nother group of people. Is Ghanaian. So they are both West African. That way we all in together. We're all in together. You know, I rock with y'all for real, and I appreciate you getting me all the way together and getting the people correct, because y'all know in real life and on lives and pre-recorded, I be messing stuff up. So thank you, Elodie girl, and Miss Norma J for helping your sister out. Uncle comes straight up. What is the pecking order? Is there someone else you like? Where does she stand? And Frank shares his opinion. He says, I like her, but there is somebody else that I'm considering. After she said that, after he said that, the dad was like, don't fool with my baby. Don't fool with my baby. If you're here to play games, leave her alone. Go on about your business. We're not here for playing games. And I can appreciate that. Fathers are really serious about their daughters. Okay, and I'm talking black fathers because I'm a black woman, and that's what I know, right? And those are the people who have their fathers in their lives. That is how they act. But what I hear is African parents, the ones that are straight from Africa, like weren't born here, but were born from Africa and moved here, are not to be played with. I'm here for it. And we also find that Frank is the first of his family to be born in America. After he left in the confessional, Frank shares that that they actually have a lot in common. And maybe this is the thing that's helping him, weigh the decision between the two. Now, I'll wait to say that. When they left, the sister was like, it's a no for me, because what competition? Look at you. Like, come on, sister, boost her up. Come on, sister, say what it is. Like, that's what our friends do, right? But I want him to really like me. I'm with Mumin. Like, he needs to make he has to make the choice. It is a process that we are going through. So I'm with Mumin on that. But I understand what the sister is saying, because if it was me on the other side, I was like, I know it's a process, but really? Is it really another choice? That would be me talking to my family member, because, that's what we do. We don't gas them up, but we boost confidence and tell them the truth about how we see them. Nevertheless, the dad was like, he could have kept that to himself. But here's why this is her favorite uncle, because he was like, she said it was a process, and he understood it. You know what I'm saying? He understood what the man was saying and wasn't trying to shove him out the way all completely. But, they thought he was an overall good guy and that they could see them together. This was what the conversation was about on the live. Shiloh and Phil and the mess that is the two of them. Honey, baby, evidently they had went out and got into a disagreement where voices were raised, where she needed some space, and he picked her up and pulled her back, and then it was a boundary that was crossed. Don't touch me. Like, it was a whole lot happening, and we talked about this extensively on the live. Okay, so I'm just trying to get my thoughts together and not really have a mishmash. But if I do, I'm gonna just be like, and it was said, because it was a lot happening. The fight, Phil said, was really about him having to make a decision, and what he said to her is that from Shiloh's standpoint was, don't worry, it's cool, I got you. Still a vague answer, because she was looking for some concrete answer, yes me, no me. Like, she felt after they left the retreat that it was not enough information, that he did not really answer the question, that he just breezed over it, brushed over it, and did not really directly answer her. And so that's where it ensued. Right? Because now my emotions, you playing with me because you don't want to share, but she's also trying to force him to provide an answer. So there's different ways that we can look at this. I think that they should not have had this type of disagreement in public. It seems like it was very volatile. It seems like it was very toxic, yelling, probably you a liar, probably you can't beat your truthful self. Like, you could just tell me, because you could just go walk on. Like, okay, that's me. But I'm just saying, because what Shiloh said in one of the confessionals or something, that, okay, well, I got it now. If I didn't have it before, I got it now because you were so defensive. And so they sat and they talked with Tommy. And the baby, when they were sitting together, the eye contact was null and void. You would think that there was two people that hated each other, not even strangers, because strangers is at least going to look at one another and glance and acknowledge. These people would not look in the direction of one another until directed to do so by Tommy. And I just thought to myself, wow, is this what we doing? Wow, like, that's exactly how I felt. And I know I said it before, I'm going to say it again, that I'm big on reading the energy, reading the room. The simple fact of the matter is they just didn't, or she missed the signs. Some of the people on the live today, several of the people said as soon as Sydney entered the picture, she was no longer his top priority. He is smitten by Sydney and just did not, as a lot of people said, did not want to hurt her feelings, but you rather would string her along. So in this argument that they were having, she goes and she walks away down an alley in DC, and he says it's unsafe. So he went and he picked her up. After she had said, I needed space, and after she said, don't touch me. Now, there were several points made that it was more than just the pickup, that it had to be, he must have grabbed her arm or had, some type of gesture between the two of them. It was more than him picking her up and moving her. And she felt like he didn't respect her boundaries, which is the thing. If someone asks you not to do something, you should do it. That she was able to make the decision for herself. Now, listen, in the heat of a moment, if I'm asking you to do something, you should respect that. But you also, if you feel like it's unsafe, you could at least say, can you come back this way? It's not safe. Because following her wouldn't have done any good either. So can you come back over this way? Because you must really not be from DC to know that this dark alley that you're going through ain't the way to go. So come on over here and be mad. Go sit in your car, sit in the car, and I'll stay out of the car and be mad. There could have been some other suggestions that were made after, she said, don't touch me. However, points were made in the live. She didn't have a problem with him picking her up in the kitchen. Now, I know that the energies are different, right? Playful energy versus I'm upset energy, and now you're not respecting me, don't touch me, don't blah, 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 blah. Like, different energies, but it's the same action. So if you set a boundary, the boundary needs to be, I feel like it should be set for all over. I don't want you to touch me. Don't pick me up. Like, I don't like to be picked up by nobody. I don't like to, it's uncomfortable, maybe because I'm a little heavy, I'm a heavyweighter or whatever. Might be the reason why. Maybe it's because I think you might drop me. So several reasons, but don't pick me up. Not even playfully. I don't want to be picked up. I'm all over the place because, like I said, we did this in the live. But here we go. Like I said, his excuse was it wasn't safe, and he was trying to protect her. Protect, whatever Steve Harvey said. But though I don't agree with Steve Harvey and all of his belief system, but I do think that when a man will profess, protect, provide, those are things that they will automatically try to do. And provide does not mean financially, but I feel like those are things that they do when they do care about you. But we already know he was on to Sydney. I wrote down body language is everything. She looked like she hated him, like she despised him. And Tommy was like, is it worth getting rid of? Is it worth? Maybe you guys should have another conversation. I looked at them and thought another conversation did not need to be had, that they could have just bowed out gracefully right then and there. Me personally, okay? It's just my thoughts, but, what do I know? I'm just living over here. So now we see Sydney introducing her sister Sarah to Frank, okay? And I'm all like, there's definitely a difference between meeting your sister and meeting your parents. Why didn't they both meet the parents? Why didn't they both meet the sister? Sisters are always harder, especially for brothers, I think. I think that we tend to be like, we don't like nobody, or I don't trust nobody as a sister. As a parent, they're looking at like, are you really for my daughter? Can you provide for my daughter? So I really feel like there's a difference, even though they're family. I feel like there's a difference. Do you agree? And when I say that, I think that she really likes, not Frank, but she really likes Phil, and really wanted Phil to meet her parents and for them to get an idea of her. But she likes Frank a little bit, right? They be kikiing, but they don't have that same sexual energy passing through the two of them. You saw that when she walked, Phil out, honey, she was all over him. She was all over him. And when she walked Frank out, it was a little peck on the cheek and a hug. A lot of different energy there. But Sarah asked about, is he dating other women? And this time he said the focus is on Sydney, right? And what I have with her. Though I enjoy the time with Mumin, I want Sydney in my life. Wait, that he doesn't want the journey to end with her. So to me, it sounds like he's choosing her in this particular moment. but not like I'm leaning towards Mumin because it seems like she's the better fit because we have all these things in common. But I don't want you not to be in my life. The sister Sarah says, no, there was no real razzle dazzle between the two of them. Like, it seems like you guys would be cool, like platonic. I think the decision has been made that she's gonna go ahead and go with Phil, because the sister's just kind of confirming what she's kind of feeling, and she's like, I got some things to think about. Well, you know, you ain't even kissing him in the mouth. Let's start right there. We tend to go to the people who we're attracted to. Hopefully they can build something more. And I kind of, as I'm sitting here thinking, the reason he likes Phil better, reason Phil likes Sydney is because she's not asking him they're not having hard conversations, not talking about vulnerability and she's not trying to make him open up in a very assertive manner, I would say, like Shiloh. So then finally we see Sabrina and Walter, and she's coming over to meet her cousin. Her cousin is at home now in New York because she got a new baby, and probably because COVID is rampant, okay? And probably because, you know, the panorama is still happening, and so it was best to stay home with the baby. Like, it makes sense to me. So they're on a Zoom call. And the cousin gets right to it. Like, why are you into her? Well, we connected right away. You normally like young women. Is you playing with my cousin because she's not young? Right? Like, those are all things. He enjoys the company of an older woman, and younger woman, and she's closer to his age. But his answer was spot on, whether it be truthful or not, because there's something about Walter that I'm not jiving with. But the answer was, I realized if I was married, that this is what my wife would look like. I would be looking at this type of beauty every day, which I think was a clever answer. Now, do I believe that he really is feeling her? Do I believe that they really gonna go on a reunion and still be together? I don't. And if they are, I feel like it's to be really kind of to save face. I don't know if they're going to pick each other when it comes to decision day in a couple days. My dog's is going crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. When he leaves, the cousin says, you know, he appears to be genuine in his answers. He could really be totally prepared for it, too. Who knows? So then we're at the ladies' lounge. Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. And everybody talks about how their family stuff went. You know, we know, right? I'm not going to go over that again because we need to get to Sydney. And when Sydney was sharing her information, or rather Shiloh, when Sydney was sharing what had gone down, you could see the uncomfortableness in Shiloh. So when it got to Shiloh went on to explain, like, I was looking forward to him meeting my family, but this is what happened. He didn't respect my boundaries, is what she said in a nutshell. We had this disagreement, is what she said in a nutshell. She also shared with them, I didn't feel like he was trying to harm me physically, but that he didn't respect her. And so for me, when I feel disrespected, it is, you didn't respect my boundaries. You talked to me in a negative kind of way. Those are the first two things that I think about. Like, you didn't respect the things that I was asking of you. You didn't hear what I was saying. You dismissed me. Like, all of that for me feels like disrespect. So Sydney asked her, well, do you mind if I ask him about it and have a conversation about it? She was like, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead. Like, you know, because for her, that's not the way he treats. She doesn't see that side of him, is what she said. So, I mean, we saw it when we think about Dante and Naeem when it comes to Zadia. Naeem was like, I didn't see that, but Zadia had been the same way the entire time. So when we think about their dynamic, may have been different, but do you see any of those red flags that is going to make you have to take a step back? And I'll say, you know what? She is extremely disheartened. Her, you know, really feels horrible. Like, this isn't how she wanted things to end up with him. Like, she liked him. Like, she thought that she was going to ride away in the sunset with him. But now sees that that wasn't the choice, and it wasn't his choice is really what it kind of almost all boils down to. He didn't choose her. She also said that she wanted to give him the opportunity to express himself. So there's no elimination happening until Shiloh has the conversation and decides what she wants to do. I think Shiloh already made up her mind. When we see Phil and Shiloh together, Shiloh is stoic. She is very, like, the energy seems very much so protected, very much so guarded. Like, she wasn't here to hear what he had to say. She said she didn't care what he had to say. Those were her words, not mine. Like, her energy gave, I'm over him and this situation, and I'm about to tell you how I feel. You're going to get all of this today. Okay, I didn't process it a bunch of times. And I'm more emotionally upset that you weren't honest with me. Because that's where she said, oh, I'm getting beside myself. Hold on. So he says that, you know, in his confessional that he wanted the opportunity to apologize to her because he now understands what she was saying. As she is reading him his rights, okay, she shares with him that she was disappointed. He asked her, do you think I was trying to hurt you? And she said, emotionally. That took him back. He took him a step back. But listen, when I heard her say, I feel like you were trying to hurt me emotionally, it had nothing to do with the pickup or any of the touching that may have occurred outside, but everything to do with him not sharing with her how he felt sooner. As soon as he felt differently about their situation, she felt like he should have shared it. I feel like he should have shared it. That would have eliminated her feeling like, I need to know, like, you need to tell me. Even though your energy, everything about him, everything he said made you know the answer. So you wanted to hear it. You wanted to be rejected twice because you knew in your spirit, and then now he gonna do it out loud. You didn't need that validation. You didn't need to hear him say, I choose somebody else, because you knew it in your spirit. That's why you had to come back. That's why you said, he didn't really answer me directly. And that's why you said I needed to have another conversation about it. Now, don't get me wrong. He is wrong too. Like, she needed to be honest about how she was feeling emotionally. And that's where I'm hurt at. You could have told me a long time ago that you didn't want me, sir. Put all my eggs in your basket. I ended up putting all my eggs in your basket. And look at me. After I done told somebody else, Tyrone, that's what all the Red Sunshines was saying. You know, I told him not to put his eggs in one basket. And here I am doing the same thing months later. And I'm looking stupid. You got me out here looking stupid. And, you know, he should have, like I said, respected her boundaries. If she said to him, don't touch me, then that's what it should have been. I'm not going to condone neither one of their behaviors because this escalated way more than it needed to be. When he gave her that old little sorry ass peck that he gave her at the retreat. What should have happened was he should have then said, I like you, but I can't choose you right now. Because I also like Sydney. That would have helped her pull back and review her options, review where she was, and make the decision for herself. Because ultimately, you let him make the decision for you. When y'all had that disagreement, when words were exchanged that could never be taken back. I don't know, that's just my opinion. She then goes and tells Tommy, hey, I'm a self-eliminate. I'm going to go ahead and go because we can't go no further. Like, she had that already in her mind when she met with him the second time. And the thing for me about Phil is he did not start off with what he said he wanted to do. He did apologize and say, I'm sorry, eventually, after he mansplained. I hate using that, but he definitely mansplained by sharing why he did what he did versus coming out and saying, you know what, Shiloh, I apologize for crossing the boundary. I should have listened to you. I should not have picked you up. You asked me not to touch you, and I did it anyway. And I was wrong. That would have shut the situation down after she had ran her mouth It would have shut the situation down, you know, because then she could have just said, well, it really did hurt me. You know, I didn't think we were ended up in this way. Thank you for apologizing. And they could have went their separate ways. But now we get to see the finale. I mean, we ain't there yet, but I'm looking forward to the finale so we can see everything that was happening behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I need to know all that information. Anyway, did I miss some stuff out? I have to do this in the right order. I have to give my review first and then come back and do a live because, you know, I've already expressed myself and all these opinions and thoughts. So go check out the live. It's about an hour and a half, but it's well worth it because it's not just my opinion. But there were V joined me, Elodie joined me, J-Dub, and then I think the comments, you can get the comments too. So go check it out. Let me know anyway down below what you thought about this episode. And what the big thing was Shiloh and Phil. Like, that was the whole episode was really surrounding them. So I want to know how you felt about them. Was he in the wrong? Should he have not picked her up, even though he said he was protecting her? Should she had her delivery different because she was emotionally vested? You know, people were saying they was doing something other than just talking on the phone. So that could also be why, you know, she feel away. You'll see all of that in the full live, right? But I don't know. Tell me what you think. Do you feel like his apology was necessary? Like, do you feel like she should have just took it on the chin? Do you feel like she was missing the signs? Do you feel like he should have been honest and transparent? But that's something I see he has a hard time doing because that's where I am at with it. He should have been honest and transparent. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. And remember, your view could be different than mine. And I'm here for it because I'm all about looking at someone else's opinion. Maybe it'll change mine, like V did today when they talked about Phil and his no eye contact, and she said some cultures it's a sign of disrespect to look somebody in the eye. But I mean, he's from here, you know, he might just be shy, he might be insecure, he might be awkward, it just might be how he communicates, he might be on the spectrum. I'm just saying these are all reasons that somebody could not make eye contact. I'm not saying that he is on the spectrum. I'm just saying these are all reasons why people don't make eye contact with you. So don't come for me. Don't stay where you at. Don't come for me. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Ready to Love Chocolate City, episode number 11. If it's your first time visiting my channel, you should be clicking that subscribe button to become a ray of sunshine and the notification bell to be alerted of when I upload videos. Share it with your friends. Like the video. You know what it is. Even though it's the end, we can all still have conversations. Have them join us on the lives. You know, I'm here for all the new ray of sunshines, and I thank you for rocking with me. I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next review.